Right then, our money man, Martin Lewis, is joining us now. Good morning to you, Martin. We haven't sent you any marmalade cake, I'm afraid.
Sorry.
But I know your body's a temple, so we'll make sure you get some a little bit later on. We're going to be talking Amazon. I know you've got some brilliant hacks, but we want to start with this HMRC glitch, which has been hugely detrimental to hundreds of thousands of families around the UK. I know you were putting a lot of pressure on HMRC yesterday to sort this out, weren't you?
Yeah, so 500,000 people who were expecting their child benefit payments yesterday didn't get them. Which is an enormous number of people. And what was really shocking, I mean, my social media feeds were absolutely swamped. What was most shocking about it is just how many people are living hand to mouth out there at the moment. For how many people that payment, whether it's 25 or 40 quid for a couple of children on a Monday morning that they were expecting was what they needed to buy food for their children that night, or what they needed. One woman was in a terrible situation where she couldn't top up her prepayment meter and the energy firm weren't helping and the charity I sent her to were overflowed and busy. I mean, it was pretty desperate yesterday. I think it's a very sad state of affairs. And what was interesting for me is we're in the middle of this electoral period, and here's a real, to-the-ground, prosaic, proper, forceful issue that is detrimentally affecting people's lives, and it was just ignored in that election campaign. So yeah, I was putting pressure on HMRC to sort it out, or at least tell people when it would be fixed. We got there by the end of the day. The 500,000 people who missed payments yesterday will get those payments on Wednesday. People who are due their payments today, they'll be fine. They will be made today, as far as we've been told. Now, the most important thing I can say is if the fact you didn't have your payment caused you a knock-on cost, not if it caused you hardship generally, I'm afraid, but if it caused you a knock-on cost, for example, you had charges because a payment that you were expecting to be able to make from your bank account bounced, then I would go on to the gov.uk site. HMRC has a complaint form. I'll put it on my Twitter and Facebook feeds after I do this interview now, so you've got immediate access to the right complaint form. Take a picture of whatever charge you had. Use your phone on your online banking, whatever you can, and make that formal complaint. And I hope you will get recompense. And if they're not giving you fair recompense, let me know, and I will do what I can to try and put pressure on. But HMRC has said it will do its best to do that. I wouldn't bother calling it. HMRC phone lines are clogged. But the online complaint form, if you've got access to that, is the easiest way to go. And as I say, I will put the direct link on my social media feeds just after this interview.
OK, and a HMRC spokesperson has said, we are very sorry that some customers did not receive their scheduled child benefit payments. We have now fixed the problem.
Half a million.
Correct. We have now fixed the problem and are putting measures in place to prevent this from happening again. Affected customers will now receive their payments on Wednesday morning, the 5th of June. Anyone who has incurred a direct financial loss can apply for redress by completing our online complaint.
So all those things that you just outlined, Martin, just remind people at home of the website they should go to if they want to try and address their complaints, that form.
Well, it's an HMRC complaint form. It's on gov.uk. There's no way for me to give the URL out, which is why I'll put it on my social media feed, and hopefully this morning we'll retweet it or something like that. We can get it out there pretty quickly.
We will make sure it's there. Yeah, we will do that, and we'll also put it on our app as well to make sure everybody can get access to it. Because, as you pointed out, the anecdotal messages from families who were desperate for that money and then couldn't pay the electricity bill or couldn't put food on their table because of a mistake, a glitch that happened.
I was getting quite angry yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I was getting quite angry reading it, and I'm feeling quite impotent that I was unable to help people because everything they were trying, you know, they were reliant on this money.
Yeah.
And it's just think about it. It's 40 quid. There'll be many people out there going, it's 40 quid. And then there are other people for whom that 40 quid was absolutely their lifeline to be able to feed their children.
Yeah,
shows the split nation you have right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
During an election as well, as you rightly pointed out.
And every penny does really count, Martin, because we're going to talk about Amazon now. I think a lot of people use Amazon all the time and just go straight there and just use the whole thing. But you're saying there's actually tips and tricks where you can save yourself extra money.
Yeah, let's jolly it up a little bit. Now, look, whenever you're shopping, you should always use a comparison site like Price Runner to see which is the cheapest store. But the thing about the e-giant of Amazon that people don't understand, think of it like a department store. And most people, they go the first floor, the second floor, up to the fifth floor. But what you don't know is there are another few departments under the ground where often you can find the cheaper prices that don't necessarily appear when you search for items. So this is the bargain basement departments of Amazon that not everyone knows about, that I want to try and help you navigate through today.
OK, so I hadn't heard of any of these, Martin. So where should we start?
Let's do Amazon Warehouse. That's the first one. Now, what Amazon Warehouse is loads of people order stuff from Amazon, and then because you have your online selling rights, you can send them back if you change your mind for no reason, and people send them back. So they sell branded electricals, kitchen appliances, laptops, lawnmowers, games, jewelry, household items that people have just returned because they've changed their mind. Now, sometimes they can be without the box, sometimes with the box, sometimes the box can be slightly bashed, but they will tell you when you're ordering the condition, whether it's acceptable, good, very good, or like new, but they're cheaper. Let me give you some examples. So some Sony wireless headphones, which are new on Amazon for 55 quid, were in very good condition at 34 quid.
Wow.
A Lenovo Chromebook, 352 quid new, like new. So that'll just mean the box may be slightly bashed. 190 quid, so nearly 50% off. And I could go on.
Yeah.
So really good for those electrical and household items. And basically, it just means someone's changed their mind, sent it back, so Amazon can't sell it as new. So it sells it via Amazon Warehouse. Phil messaged me on this. He said, thanks for telling me about this, because I put it out elsewhere on my social media and stuff and on my site. Out of curiosity, I had a look and have found Samsung Galaxy Buds for 65 quid. I already had a pair in my wish list for £129, so they were effectively half price. That's brilliant. Amazon's warehouse department.
That sounds great, because when he loses one, he can pay for some more, and then he's only spent as much as he was going to pay first time round, because I just lose one all the time.
Oh, of course, everybody
OK,
does.
that's warehouse.
Amazon
I lose
renewed.
the charging box. The charging box. I keep the headphones, but the charging box goes.
Let's do Amazon Renewed.
So this is used. The first is like new. This is used, previous generation tech in top condition. And here you get a 1-year warranty in addition to your statutory consumer rights. So we're talking phones, laptops, headphones, games. There are other places that do refurbs as well, so it's worth checking. There are some refurb comparison sites out there if you're looking for refurb goods. But a lot of people, if you're looking for a handset, you don't need new. Refurbed with a 1-year warranty that gives you peace of mind is well worth it. Let's just do an example. AirPods, second generation, cost 130 quid new, available on Amazon Renewed with a 1-year warranty, 70 quid.
Brilliant.
Simple.
And then finally,
So
Amazon Outlet.
Yeah, this is for you. Think of this as the Amazon's, you know when you go in the shop and it has its clearance, end of season sale clearance?
Yeah.
This is Amazon's equivalent, Amazon's Outlet. Odds and ends, 15 to 70% off new overstocked items is how I'd phrase it. So great for leftover Christmas cards, lesser known brands, thousands of brands on there. An example, some hiking trainers overstocked. New, normally 40 quid, reduced to 15 quid on there. This is much more difficult to find what you want. It's sort of a browse place to see if there's anything in there. So you've got Warehouse, which is for your returned goods, Renewed, which is for your electricals that are refurbished, and Outlet, which is your clearance bargains. And those are the 3 below ground departments people don't know about.
No, I love it. And there's some serious savings to be made as well. We will put all the details on the app, of course. We'll make sure we put the details of the website that people can go to if they want to try and put that complaint form into HMRC. Martin, as ever, thank you for your advice and your help this morning. Good to see you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.